Your dad's my best friend. What a predictable creature. Mini peppers. Sustingus. Hello, gamers. We are flamin' gaming it in Danganronpa. Did not mean to try and load an empty slot. Thank you for yelling at me, Danganronpa. Today, we are investigating the death of... Fuck if I know. It's either... I forgot we have new music. It's either Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th high school student laying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the Ultimate Despair, or Kyoko. It is... I mean, it's gotta be one of those two. I just don't really know who else it could be. Because, you know, everyone else is kind of right here, standing up, alive, notably. We got into the data center. That was fruitless. I mean, I guess we got a little bit. We're being broadcast to the whole world, which is fun. But that was all just part of the mastermind's plan. and they do seem to still be alive. Whether or not they're Mukuro Ikusaba is yet to be certain. I'm very glad you could make it, Melon. I'm glad I waited a few extra minutes. Let's get into the investigation, because I have no clear guesses. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. It's like it doesn't make sense for it to be Kyoko. I don't know. Because, like, why would she be wearing this? But, like, why was the body even blown up in the first place? I don't know. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the tattoo or whatever that is. But I guess the fingernails are also noteworthy. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Yeah, that's always what I find myself thinking, but you know what? Good for you if that's what you like. You are better than I am. Fake nails has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It was you, of course it was. It's always you, Melons. Kill this guy already. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on right hand has been added to the truth bullets. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Oh, yeah. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Maybe there is. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped the body. Yeah, okay. I think that's the same thing, and then I accidentally clicked on it again. Alright. Wait, I just clicked over here though, and it was the same thing as when I clicked on the top half. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. It's just, okay, I understand. Step away from the dead body. These look like fragments of something. The mask? No? They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. The motion sensor bomb? But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Thank you, Makoto. Thank you very much. That was really helpful. I really appreciate that. There's a knife laying on the ground. Usually Makoto's just, and I say this with love and understanding, but usually Makoto's just an idiot who's like, I have no idea what this could mean. And Kyoko or Byakuya has to tell him, no, this is obviously what it means. But he figured out himself this time, but he's still gatekeeping it from us because he learned from Kyoko and Byakuya. Oh gosh, he's becoming like Phoenix and Maya. Constantly in Ace Attorney, they're like, I definitely know what the answer is, and it's like, you could say it. Not really, because I love figuring it out myself, but like, you could say it, you idiot! There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? Mm-hmm. That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. Thinking about it now, it's funny they made the knife such a big deal when there's a bunch of knives in the kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. And like, this one's probably slightly better suited to killing people. I'm gonna be honest, if you impale someone with a knife, they're going down. Like, that'll do it. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was kind of in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I didn't even think about that, but I'm assuming not. And if this is really Kyoko, I mean, Kyoko is the one that attacked me, but that doesn't make any sense. But why the mask? Because Kyoko immediately showed up after the masked person did. I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene has been added to the truth bullets. Game audio? Hello? Hello? Game audio? Where have you gone? Hello? Hello? Video game? Video game? Can we game? I don't know why that happened. I do not understand. Boop, boop, boop. Nope. Nope, that was wrong. That one. It's not my Switch's fault, because if I take my Switch out, you can hear it. It's so Danganronpa. Holy dong. Much rappa. Is it like, it's not just a game issue, right? Because like if I go to any sort of video I have here. Oh, this is a fun one. This is when Timothy went on this little island. So I built that construction sign there to try and trap him. And then he just... Pop. No, not yet. There. I'm so annoyed. I wanted to trap him there forever. Melons! Everything bad that happens in this stream is your fault. The audio is not for consumption! I don't know. I hear you, Dixie. I love her. She's such a sweet dog. She's at the door. But I'm gaming right now. Maybe Dixie ate the audio. I don't know what to do about that. It just kind of disappeared. I don't know. I'm gonna crash out if I have to end stream and start it again. Here, let me just system save, overwrite save, QL. We're just gonna turn you all the way off. Hold down that power button. Restart. And then I'll keep you out of the dock, just in case that does anything. Okay. I can definitely still hear it. Opening up Danganronpa, putting it in here. There's not usually audio here anyway. Nope. That's a problem. But unplug. Replug. We're good. I just had to unplug it and plug it back in. The capture card. It is like disturbing how often that... Oh, wait. I pressed the A button and nothing is showing. It's gonna show my face real big. Don't worry about this. Okay. Give my face a second. It didn't like that there were two faces. It is, like, disturbing how often the solution to technology issues is just unplug it and plug it back in. Or restart it. Like, it is disturbing. I say this as a computer science major. I know these things. Okay, back to Danganronpa-ing it. I am glad that I did not have to restart stream. I'd have crashed out. When's the last time I had a stream that wasn't split up into stream and stream.5? It's 11 o'clock right now. Thank you, Yasuhiro Hakakure. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Yeah, no, this is actually probably important information. Thank you, Hiro. I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. More than he usually does. Did not mean to do that, but you know what? Sure. I was gonna do that at some point anyway. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside, the inside is completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp has been added to the truth bullets. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Everything looks just as we found it. Leave the tool shed. Okay, Yakuya. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Yeah, that's valid. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. The body could have been moved, though. That's a possibility.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well, but you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? Seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullets. So there was no body in the garden sometime after nighttime. Like shortly after nighttime began, I think is when Byakuya came here. There was no body. And then, at some point between then and 9 a.m. when Toko got up here, there was a body. Did not mean to press that. That means either they were killed during that time, or the body was moved during that time. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to feign anymore. Listen, Makoto. You remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the The blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. He's got a good point. That's really making me think the body was moved.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you've explained it, I totally remember. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better too. So thank you as well. Body before the explosion has been added to the truth bullets. Wait. These sprinklers actually are totally going to be relevant. Which, I mean, obviously they were, but I'm starting to get some ideas as to how. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively could not be changed. Huh? Hold on. The sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Sprinklers has been added to the truth bullets. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. There's a missing chicken! I knew there was gonna be a missing chicken! I knew it! I knew it. They said I was crazy, and I was like, oh, there's gonna be a missing chicken. One of them's gonna be gone. They made a big deal of it, so one's gonna be gone, and it is! There's only 4 chickens now, only 4. There were 5, now there's 4. Huh? 4? 4? Like...
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. You got hungry. That's so fair. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world!
Conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens. Try saying that 5 times fast. Alright, I think that's about everything. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, the fragment I found before. For once, I don't actually quite know what that could be. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really hers? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I highly doubt that. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room is on
It's all
Byakuya.
clear now.
What?
Just give.
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. No, it's not about that. Successfully downloaded update data. I can't see because my face cam's in the way. No! Right as I move it, it disappears. What updated? I don't know what updated! We will never ever know. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me later and we'll see.
Fine.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, and in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Vague posting king over here. I actually don't know. Okay, let me... What the file say again? Due to the explosion, the identity is unknown. They were dead before the blast. They've been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Fragments. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It seems familiar to something that was seen earlier. Usually I get this sort of thing right away. I don't know what that is. Is it in the data center? I'm gonna check the destroyed classroom first. I'm already here after all. And it makes sense that something in here would be destroyed. No. Doesn't look like it. Check the dojo as well. But I really don't think it's in here. I don't think I remember investigating everything in here. There are wooden lockers here. I don't see anything that might be connected to the case. Alright, that is the chem lab, which is worth a check-in, I guess. Oh, everything's back to normal. Just like with Sayaka and Taka. Monokuma's responsible, I'm sure. For a second I thought something was in here that was significant, but it doesn't look like it. No, this is the office. There's nothing in here. This is the headmaster's room, although I doubt I'm going to be able to get in there now. Oh, it's locked again. Kyoko said Sakura had broken the lock on this door. Does that mean it's been fixed already? Well, I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Damn it. Oh yeah, we already found out it was locked again when we came here earlier. What's over here? Music room. I low-key forget about this room. This one, yeah, no, I remember this. Does not seem relevant, though. I don't feel like I've done anything relevant in a hot second. But that's okay. Where is the data lab? This is just the office again. No, this is the chem lab. Pretty sure the data lab's on this floor. Okay. Here we are. Nothing's relevant in here. I am curious what's in the Monokuma door, though. Alright, the stairs are right here. Makoto's not giving us any hints. He's just like, that one area, in that one place. How am I not recognizing this? There's something that was seen earlier. That's just not very helpful. Urgh. I have absolutely no idea what to do besides just go in every major room and hope there's something. None of that seems relevant. Rec room. I don't think there's anything in here. Oh, that is a thing. You're so right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that. Thank you, Melons. Thank you. The gym. Oh, yeah, I literally said earlier, the bomb, right? And then I just forgot that I said that. I'm the most intelligent ever. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? I literally, like, not long after I saw it, I was like, I bet it's the bomb. And, you know, it makes sense that the bomb would be blown apart. And then I just forgot that, and I was like, I'll just go to the art lab. Silly me. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near dead body has been updated. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Look, I try to avoid 7 nuclear missiles. Jeez. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
Wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. I like avoiding fast travel in games. I like doing it myself, but there are definitely some times, and Danganronpa is very much one of those times, where it just would not be fun to navigate these weirdly shaped corridors on my own, to go to the staircases that are like always on the opposite side. I can't just go to the stairs and say, take me to floor 5. It's go to the stairs, go up, other side, go up, other side of the floor, go up, other side of the floor, go up, and it's just not fun. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out a key and slid it into the keyhole, and then, a link. It's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So, this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. I wouldn't know. Those are not words you hear Byakuya say every day. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But
possible.
if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key has been added to the truth bullets. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. Very interesting. Unless there's something in the bathroom, that's it. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue in here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here? More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
True.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was one piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted them up... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Are you gonna send us on a fetch quest? No, it's Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th high school student lying in wait somewhere at the school! Class number 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba?
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with that key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and bleep. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down on the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. The thing is, she said, I believe it said that she was training for 3 years, and it started right when she entered middle school, or right as she finished elementary school. Middle school is 3 years. So, that makes me think she came back right before these games. Death games. The ultimate soldier. Then why did Kyoko call her the ultimate despair? A mercenary group? This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Ooh. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her! Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Hi Monokuma. Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you!
What?
You've forgotten your pretty little hand there. Don't let him take it this time? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if I did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me, I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? Who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? Or quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. Proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. Can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
in other words.
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The
indeed.
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school,
the one
they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Making people kill each other is fine, but I draw the line at rule breaking. Monokuma, probably. This is true. This is lore accurate. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life, so the one making all the regulations is... Why? Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. Since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? I think they look great. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Woohoo! Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullets. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? I can't help but think of one other thing she could have actually been covering up. I'm assuming this is the symbol of Fenrir. Because, you know, Fenrir is like a giant dog or wolf or something in, like, Greek mythology or something. I don't know. In one of them. He's something in one of them. So that's definitely what this is. So that makes me pretty certain this is Mukuro Ikusaba, which was already very likely. Kyoko doesn't wear fake nails like that. And I just don't see Kyoko being the one dead. But that does mean who killed her? I'm not seeing... I mean, it's hard to tell because, you know, there are a bunch of scars here. But it's mostly because she blew up. I mean, they're not really scars. It's signs of being blown up. That's not really what I'm seeing here, so I don't think that's Kyoko. Unless the scars is just a lie she tells to hide her tattoo. Wait, so on the back of her hand... Actually, I'm Mukuro Ikusaba. Melons, the 16th high school student. The one they call the ultimate melon. Watch out for them. Tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? Technically, he never directly said it was Mukuro. He just said, I think all he said is that there were 16 students, and that one of them is making the rules. He never named Mukuro or said which one is making the rules. It's a reasonable assumption, but He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro was connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro's related to the case?
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one that killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we have to do a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. That makes more sense. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, Mukuro isn't the killer. Then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. We should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Hurry up and check the locker. Fair enough. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like in those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these. It's you! Melons! You can't just be putting on a one-person show where you play every character. It's not fair! You're too evil.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? Yes, yes.
Right.
I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click! The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. I'm everyone except Hifumi. This is true. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Could that have been what she was hit over the head with? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. Is it covered in blood? It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? How could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library. I had a feeling. Probably more specifically, the archive. That's right. The archive has all kind of facts and info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in his hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir. My voice is just dying. Why? I didn't used to be this... I used to be more cracked than this. My voice would last for way longer in streams. I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes. I need it.
Searching all along, confessing while and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, what else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need the mask. I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me, just a cage of bones, there's nothing inside. Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
you bully me. You want to run and hide. Accepting your assault. No more. I'm brave.
we're back. We're gaming. I was about to start stream again, and then there was a big bug in my room, and it made me mad, and I tried to chase it out, but it just sat there, even when I waved my pillowcase at it, so then I just smashed it. It's dead. But let it be known, I tried to get away without killing it. Alright. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. Excuse me. Poor bug. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. You never kill bugs. That sounds about right. I respect you for that. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply exploded. Yesterday there was a bug on my PC, and I picked it up, and it hanged out on my hand for a while. You are a better person than me for being able to do that.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Most people I know don't like bugs and spiders, so it's always amusing how chill I am with them. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the truth bullets? What does it say? That could be useful. Nope. Okay, it's just talking about the tattoo, which we can obviously see. So that's pretty much confirmed that Mukuro Ikusaba is the dead one. Almost certainly. Which is a bit of a shame. Are we ever even gonna get to see her face? Like, the thoughts come in and out of my mind, but now I'm like, I don't know if we're even gonna get to see her face. Like, damn. But as for the question of who
Time
killed
is
her,
utterly silent,
I'm
and
really
yet it
not sure.
constantly assaults us organisms.
This is different
the
than usual.
Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway,
I'd rather not.
It's time to begin the class trial.
Thank you,
So,
Monokuma.
Please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class
right.
trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Kyoko just felt silly and got a tattoo, clearly. Yes. Yes. He's just like, oh, I should do this. Let's get a cute dog. Whoa, Yaka and Mikoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? Oh, just in the bedroom together. You two just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
I was about to say that. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here at any second. Any second. You could show up any time. Yaka and Makoto had been making out, trust me. This is absolutely true. This has been happening. Oh, I forgot the text was on auto. I've thought about that a couple times. Like, that's not like the... I wouldn't say I actively ship it, but it's not the worst ship. It's like kind of an opposites attract, like, Byakuya helps Makoto be less of a lame normie, and Makoto is like brings Byakuya down to earth a little. You know, kind of an opposite attracts thing. I've heard of worse ships. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here? Or... Oh, there he is. Or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? It's fun. I don't necessarily shipping it myself, but I enjoy joking about it. That's how I feel. What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. Oh. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
Kyoko Kirigiri! I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko? You're still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. Rare Toko W? If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. We need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Hi, Kyoko! Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. My wonderful friend! You're right. There's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. I love this song. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. So do you have any, like, useful information for this case, by chance? So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we wait too long. I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before it started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. There wasn't actually an announcement about that. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting, but if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullets.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation, because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? It's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all, seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread, the despair began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. There's so few of them now, seriously. It was the blinding light of despair. But it does seem unfair that Mukuro didn't have to show up to the previous trials, but he was mad about Kyoko being about to miss this one.
I can't wait! I can't
I've been waiting for this! I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's time for pointless jokes. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show! The color scheme is very different. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. And of course, a deadly death. Increases the influence. Good. I don't have that one. Time limit, I think I'm good. Steadies your aim. I don't know how useful that'd be. Alright, we'll just go with this. Trial, all arise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Voice acting, my
your
favorite.
votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Mukuro Ikusaba,
Kyoko.
the 16th highest.
No other explanation.
Shut up!
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Really helpful.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's
Legs
just
and
because
stuff.
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
You could at least say she's a zombie.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I'm with you, Byakuya.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Okay, so she's
Then
standing
let's
right there.
compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead
Thank you,
body.
Yasuhiro. You were so right. No, do not
Her
encourage him.
traits?
I believe the gloves?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma
This
told
is the
me.
most important thing we need to
Apparently you have
solve.
scars on your hands
Do
you
we
don't
have to
want
just go reveal
anyone
that to
see.
everyone? That feels like a dick move.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Is Kyoko the dead body? You never
Just
know.
got burnt up in the explosion.
I think it's more likely that someone besides Leon murdered Sayaka than Kyoko being the dead body in this case.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us
Please
all.
shut up. I think we all just agree that Yasuhiro shuts up. But if I can't prove why it's not Kyoko, then this trial can't move forward. Oh, God, we're really doing this. This is so dumb. Hi, Chihiro! Fragments, sprinklers, exploded analysis, fake nails, tattoo.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
She's just a really good ghost.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Just like tap her on the shoulder and your hand
The
won't
dead
go
body
through her.
wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost? Interesting.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
That one felt
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I'm with Byakuya on this one.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
I know.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Damn it. This is almost as good as the octagon I keep referencing. I saw Celeste portrait briefly Celeste mention. Hi, Celeste. This is so stupid. I have to dumb myself down to the point I have no idea what to do.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
We can have her take off her gloves now and see, hey, that hand looks completely different than Mukuro Ikusaba's. It's not the fragments, it's not the sprinklers.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Because that corpse is This entire discussion is idiotic.
Byakuya spitting.
Kyoko
there is just impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Wasn't wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she
must have been wearing gloves.
Because that corpse is
Absolutely. This entire discussion is idiotic.
I know that body isn't Kyoko, and I know I can prove it. I just don't feel like this needs proof. But sitting here complaining isn't gonna get anything done.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
When you get to the octagon, it'll be so funny because I've been referencing it forever. It's in the second game. I'm excited to finally get it. The explosion has burnt the upper half beyond recognition. And remained on fire and had to be extinguished. It was soaking wet while the bottom half was dry. The body was wearing notably long fake nails. The body had a tattoo of a dog.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I think actually the fake nails, because they're so long.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
because like you couldn't wear gloves with those long fake nails. I think that's the angle.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
I don't think this is the statement to shoot.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
There we go. I don't see this convincing Yasuhiro, but sure.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Can I hit someone in the face mid-trial? Byakuya probably.
You don't know women, huh?
This is true.
They're complicated like that.
They are.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
But she's right.
Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere
Hello.
with my life.
We just started the trial.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
I'm really glad we proved that.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First,
I'm gonna be honest. It's probably Mukuro
That's the
Ikusaba.
first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Fragments. I thought she was the dead body. No, actually, I don't think she is because of the fake nails. That's really the only reason I can figure that out.
Really is still alive.
Kyoko's alive? Yeah, dude, I know. I really thought she was a ghost.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
I'm thinking it's gotta be the tattoo. Nope, okay, cool, I just shot that twice.
Can do, right?
Okay, don't try and shoot the spinning ones. I'm not good enough at the game. So I think it's just Hina's second to last statement, with tattoo on the right hand.
And there wasn't any description. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Haha.
No, it's wrong. There was was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
I'm scared if we ever get to a point where you can pick any evidence for the truth bullets.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made it.
Seriously?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Okay. I seem to have forgotten what the word dog is. Why is it 4 letters? The image that represents Fenrir is... I guess wolf. Okay, wolf. For the record, I thought wolf when I first saw it, but then they've only used the word dog since. There we go.
Now I understand.
That was not the hardest Hangman's Gambit.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
I'll never forget
Fenrir,
Schizo, though.
the
It
wolf
will
of
always be the
Dracula.
best.
It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo.
Howls at the moon or something.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You're actually the wolf in that tattoo.
You
This
sound
is true.
surprised, but you're absolutely right.
Oh?
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of
All right.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
We have confirmation from
Are you saying
Monokuma.
the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a clue last
Imagine
trial?
Mukuro was the mastermind, but Monokuma's just gained
It
intelligence.
means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair.
Why
in the
did
first
Kyoko
place.
call her that?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Hina.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot...
That's what I'm thinking, Togo.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Not at all.
Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now, figuring out who
Oh.
killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
You're no fun, Monokuma.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
And he's explicitly said there's 16, so it's not like there's a 17th
One of
high
us
school
killed
student.
Mukuro?
That would have
Wait,
been
no.
crazy.
There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person.
I wish that would have been sick.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Imagine it's like someone who's already dead killed her like a week ago or something, and then the body was just moved recently. That would be
sure
crazy.
You realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
It could only
Who the
be
evidence
me or
points to?
Kyoko. Unless, of course, the body was moved.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. But how do I do that without throwing
I
Kyoko
have
under the
something
bus?
I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Sprinklers. Sprinklers!
Oh, but
And how does the chicken play into this?
found the body.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Just realized they're all doing this trial on no sleep. Oh my gosh, you're right.
It had to be around
Yeah, other
then.
than Makoto.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Poor kids.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. but I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Which is interesting because of the sprinklers, the body was like they had to have been killed or at least moved into the garden between 7:30 and 9. Maybe that's why Yasuhiro is being stupid. He's just tired. Yes, because awake Yasuhiro is really smart. The murder happened between 10 and 9, and I don't have an alibi from 10 to 7:30. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. The sprinklers! The sprinklers! It's all in the sprinklers! The chicken did it! The chicken killed her! The chicken is Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th high school student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her!
Established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
That might be when I need to shoot the second one.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Nothing I would know.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I do. The incident took place in the garden. If I remember that, yep.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Shadowing Byakuya's statement feels good.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Only the top half.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
It's not the intention, but I'm cool with that.
They're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why!
It's because of me? My bucket of water? All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence. Oh. Are we doing... Yep.
I admit nothing. No!
Why would you have anything to admit?
Are you trying to
I think that's
blame
just
me?
one of her voice lines. I don't think it actually means anything.
No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
No!
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing.
Okay.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Body before the explosion? Frick. I don't know, you're not giving me enough time to think about
I
it!
don't know anything. Hold on. I'm right about this. How can you say it wasn't the
The analysis?
This should prove
Okay. Ugh. Hey! Hey, I did pretty good.
Just remember what
That's
the
the
body
best I've
was
ever
like
done on one
after
of
the
those.
explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a...
Because I sealed it up using the amazing sealing power of flex tape. Same.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
You know, Byakuya's not happy about this.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
No, he still thinks he's got it figured out. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
okay.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is
Kyoko-
why I can't let that happen.
Kyoko really likes saying, like, really, like... I don't want to say conceited things, but things that are very much like, yeah, I know my worth. Y'all all better know it too, but also I'm not actually going to tell you anything. I'm keeping all of this to myself, and I will tell like 5% of my knowledge to Makoto randomly, and that's it. Yeah. And I'm just in all these places in the school, and I know all these things magically somehow, but also I have amnesia conveniently. And I love her, and I trust her. It just is funny.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame
I
me?
doubt that's what she meant.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Kyoko is great.
Shut up, you!
You got it,
Valid
boss.
crash out.
Shut it up now.
Anyway,
Thank you, Monokuma.
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
I just realized there's not like
She
a
thought
motive
Mukuro
for
was
this
the
case.
ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind
So I guess this is
everything.
it. At least Byakuya thinks it is.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
Okay. I don't know why, because I went like 30 minutes ago, but I gotta go to the bathroom again. But I'll be real quick this time, so I'll be right back. We're back.
So, that was her motive?
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Definitely looks like her, but
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
damn, fair enough.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he
Dead
said it
bodies
did.
can be moved.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take was covering the body with a certain something
tarp.
to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something.
I got it!
But why?
You're
And
talking
who would have
about
moved
the
it
tarp,
off?
aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
I don't know about proofs, but it does seem very likely.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep
Exactly.
the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I don't think her goal is really to get you accused of it, or like convicted of it. I forgot what the word convicted was. That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? So it would have blood on it. But I mean, it could have been like the knife, like, made it poke upwards
Something's not
and like
right.
avoid the blood.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Knife at the crime scene, I'm assuming it's either that or
By covering the body with the tarp,
body before the explosion.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
The fact that there's no blood around the ground really is making me think the body was moved. But then what's with the tarp? I don't know.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Oh, let's do it! White noise! Has to be a clue. Yep.
By covering the body, the killer prevented.
So the reason the tarp was the spring, but the underside, it was totally spotless because that side, since it was facing...
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Haha.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, It absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
Yasuhiro.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Why?
Someone else's blood? Where
I
would
mean,
they
presumably
get
their
something
own.
like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs
Or
from the
that.
nurse's office. That's what
Rare
Hifumi did, right?
Yasuhiro
When he
W.
pretended to be dead?
That's actually a really good point.
No, that's not what
I
happened.
had a feeling
this
she was
time.
gonna say that though.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken! The chicken! It's the it's the chicken! It's the chicken! It's all the chicken! That poor chicken! Oh, I'm so sorry, chicken.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What?
Oh.
Chicken blood?
I mean, this is all, like, plausible.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder,
But
there
why?
were 5
What
chickens.
reason is there to actually believe it? I don't know yet.
But after the murder,
Poor
there were
chicken.
only 4.
Did you at least cook the rest of the chicken? You know, put it to good use.
So, you're
Use the whole
saying
body.
someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
It is.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Mm-hmm. Where's the rest of the chicken? Maybe they did.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
She's got a point, though. It's a little more than circumstantial because that chicken's
Perhaps,
missing.
But even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Not necessarily. You could have
But
very
that's
carefully
not
put the
what we
blood on
saw.
there.
Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeve.
I thought that was weird, but I didn't look too
Then
closely
that
at
settles
that.
it.
I just kind of thought, oh, I guess it's like a cool looking jacket like the admirals in One Piece wear.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Why?
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
Toko?
But still,
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Ooh.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
that's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Depends how
I
long
must
it was,
admit,
but it was a
Kyoko's
lot of
reasoning is
flights of
sound.
stairs.
Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Go up 5 stories, and then down again. Surely he'd at least show signs of being out of breath. Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. The Sky's dead body has been added to the truth bullets. So let me just be clear about this. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. The jacket had previously been treated with chicken blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a
Oh!
coin. 50-50 odds.
Dude, that's a great idea. That's even better odds than your predictions being
Pretty
right.
good idea, right?
It's like gambling.
Not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Oh, yeah, this is gonna make
One
me
we
look
found
pretty
stuck in the body
suspicious.
Before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
Chihiro.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Kyoko's even the one who suggested
Knife
that.
we gave to Makoto?
That could be
You
significant.
don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
Because he's an
It's
idiot
not
who
that
didn't
I
mention
hid
getting
it.
attacked.
It's just.
And you can't bring up the whole getting attacked thing now, because that, who would believe you? I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her. I guess that's fair.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
I hear you, Daisy. I hear you. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. I did kill Sakura, though. Disguised dead body. Body before the explosion. Exploded body analysis, fragments, and when it was found.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
This is a long one.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
I mean, I don't know how anyone else would have gotten it.
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
I don't think that's
so
accurate.
There's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab, stab!
Terrible man you are, Mukuro.
That is not a lot to work with. You use that knife to kill Mukuro? Mukuro? There's no
The knife
way.
we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that
just because I had the knife, that automatically makes...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question.
You took that knife of your...
What a horrible man you are, Mukuro.
So I think there's only actually 2 statements here out of all this.
The knife we found lodged... It's the same one we gave to... It really is,
We've
isn't
got
it?
gave to Makoto and getting stabbed.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the
Okay.
killer?
Been burnt beyond recognition, remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Toka, okay, I'm a little bit, Toka was the best guess I have so far, because obviously it wasn't Makoto, and I just highly, highly doubt it was Kyoko. Toko / Genocide Jill is my best guess yet, because she's the one who's like, oh, let's take off her mask. She could have taken the tarp off and put the coat on when she went up to get the pickaxe. I feel like there was something else. Or maybe that was it. I don't know. It's not much to work with, but it's all I've got right now. I want her to be a culprit so bad. I need her ass out of here. Because of this, the upper half is soaking wet, the bottom is dry. So that's just talking about her being soaked. Burnt beyond record. So that's not it. That's not useful. I think this was one. 7 a.m. Makoto wakes up. 7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. 9 a.m. Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden. I don't think this is relevant. Body before the explosion. A mask covering its head, white jacket, a knife been thrust into the abdomen, and there were blood stains around the wound. Then why wasn't she bleeding?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
Ah.
You took that knife...
What a horrible man you are, Mukuro. The knife we found lodged in the... It's the same one we gave to Mukuro.
I think
Really
it's
is, isn't it?
this
If you
evidence
did have
that, like,
that seals
one of the
it.
last
But
ones.
just because I had that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is
Shit.
what killed her.
Wrong button.
Right?
And wrong evidence. So what you're saying is, I have absolutely no idea.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
5 is too many.
It's the same one we gave to Mukuro. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Whoop.
If he did have that knife before, then
It's not the fragments. It's not before the explosion.
Just because I had the knife once,
When?
That automatically...
well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
No, I...
Horrible man you are.
Wait. I did not mean to do that. I forget what the thing I just tried was.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one
I think it was...
we gave to Mukuro.
I don't think it's gave to Makoto.
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Look, just because I had that automatically makes...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Okay.
no, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never
I
wore
like how
that
you find a way to
blood-stained
suspect
coat
Toko for most
until
of the
after
trials.
they were
And
dead.
I'll die. Oh goddamn, do it again.
Fine, so what?
That's true. I kind of do that. In my defense, she's a known serial killer. So, I think I have pretty good grounds for this. Okay, I accidentally left auto on for that. The killer covered the dead body with a tarp and then put the coat on. In other words, the victim never wore that bloodstained coat until after they were dead.
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
It's like 16-year-old me with blank, although I can't say who because that spoils the fact they were there for the trials.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
There's a character in Danganronpa 2 that I found a way to blame for every trial. Hell yeah.
He stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? It's impossible.
I got it!
Monokuma file pretty clear these states
that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
That's a good point.
And the knife...
So the knife isn't what killed her,
It's
at
just
least.
another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
One of the theories actually made sense. The rest were clawing at straws.
Exploding
Two
the
by two,
body
maybe.
afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence
Why
of their
not just
crime.
blow them up first? I guess so they could still see some things that would lead them to suspect
and then
Mukuro.
detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but... what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Yeah, for real.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I hope that an atomic particle
I might be
combusted
dumb,
you.
But even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Okay, headcanon. Byakuya isn't actually that smart. He just acts really confident and like he's above everyone so that it doesn't seem suspicious when he's like, this is beneath me, you do it, Makoto. Because he knows that he doesn't actually know anything that Makoto does. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
I got it!
A bomb.
After the explosion,
Those are usually what
we
causes
found a tiny
explosions.
fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Is it?
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
I'm gathering that much, most
And
likely.
the only one who
Did
would
they
benefit
somehow
from
make us
that
sick?
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. Need to concentrate. Lock in, bro. Body before the explosion, Monokuma File 5, and exploded body analysis. Oof.
Then
Only
shall we
3.
continue the debate?
Monokuma File 5. Due to the explosion, the edit is unknown, they're Mukuro Ikusaba. They were already dead, they'd been stabbed, but it wasn't the knife. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. I don't know if an arrow is as thick as a metal pipe is the thing. Body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. It could have been dead for several days, who knows? The explosion burned it beyond recognition. Yep. Exploded body and no, body before the explosion. Stop bleeding, there's no blood on the ground near the body.
The victim's
gotta be
fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Monokuma File 5.
Didn't kill her for sure.
We know that.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then
It was
there's
not.
only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
It's gotta have been it.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then shall
So yeah,
we
we're not
continue
really
the
looking for a
victim's
contradiction
fatal-
here. We're just kind of looking for
Well,
a point to interject Aura Farm and say, yeah, you're right.
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oh, I only hit the white
And
text.
more than
Oh,
that,
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire... Then shall we continue the victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah, she was...
And it wasn't me. And then there's a...
Oh, yeah.
According to the that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the
Oh.
back of her head.
need to
then
absorb that
shall
statement.
we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has
Victim's
yet...
fatal
explosion
injury.
didn't kill her.
Well, yeah,
That?
she was...
And it wasn't me. And then there's a...
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the
Nope,
back
did
of
not
her
mean to
head.
do that, actually. That was a waste.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah, she was...
And it wasn't me. And then there's a...
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
then shall we
Continue.
the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Yeah.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to
They
do
were
with
several
it?
days old, so probably not.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object.
Metal
But
pipes come in
it's a
various thicknesses, though,
metal pipe.
so
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
poor Yasuhiro.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Why would they do that?
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
That too.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Another rare Toko W?
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
That'd be a real shame.
I'd love
Nah,
to
you don't deserve
scoop out
that.
that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
arrow.
We already know?
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Thank you, Byakuya, for always making me do your dirty work. The real murder weapon. And the only one who could have accessed the titanium arrows is Kyoko. Unless Byakuya snuck in and put the key in her room in advance?
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed him. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure?
Dying from an arrow by being hit on the head is crazy. Not one shot, just hit on the head.
How dare you back? I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. Excuse me. One more secret. Maybe there was duct tape wrapped around the arrow so that it wouldn't get blood on it? Bloody duct tape, Kyoko's account, Monokuma's account, woodblock key, titanium arrows. I need a reminder of what Kyoko and Monokuma's accounts are.
The titanium arrow.
She used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school. Tool to sneak to the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have... Okay. I doubt it's that. The killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. I don't think those are it.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as
Yeah,
thick
that's
as a
what's
metal
getting
pipe,
me. I
right?
get that they're heavy, but
It seems
they're not
like an
thick.
arrow would just be too thin. Talking back to Master.
I think it's the block tape. The... What did I just say? The block tape?
Titanium, it was
The
in the
bloody
dojo,
duct
I have
tape.
no doubt.
Are you sure?
That made it thicker.
Because in the Monokuma, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Come on, come on. Oh, frick that.
To Master, you have no right!
The titanium, it was in the dojo, I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal. It seems like an arrow would just be too thick.
Haha.
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
That makes sense as well.
Bundling
Probably
them
more
together
sense.
using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
She seems to know a lot about fables and mythology and stuff.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong.
She's
It's
not even
meant to teach
stuttering.
Cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Listening.
Yeah, I don't know what he's on about.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
There is only one possibility, it
was you,
seems.
Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's just
Oh,
a
no.
lie?
You absolutely have.
I feel like we've
How
talked to
can you
her
say
in
that
there.
with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course.
Mukuro Ikusaba is actually Kyoko's twin.
Oh,
That would be crazy. We've actually talked to Mukuro before.
Hmm? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Sorry, Kyoko. I have evidence? Huh? What? What could it be?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is
I swear we talked to her in there. No, I think I'm just thinking of Hina, actually.
the key to the dojo locker.
And
But even
how does
still.
that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't
Sorry,
bother
Kyoko.
trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
I do like that both of our favorites are on
this
either
again.
side of Byakuya.
You really are dead
just a
set
funny
on defending
coincidence.
her, aren't you?
No,
We
it's
both
not
wanna
that
fight
I
to
wanna
take his
defend
seat.
her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Byakuya, be nice to Kyoko.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
We're finally
Last
addressing
night,
this.
you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Surprised she actually answered. Normally she fake posts. She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A
I feel like
verdict is
Byakuya's
close at
calling
hand.
this a little too soon.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do
Oh?
it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Would Byakuya know that we don't? When the body was found, Byakuya's account and the woodblock key.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Byakuya stopped being so confident challenge. Failed immediately. There was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so could we assume the murder must have taken place sometime after that? Yaka also said that those four were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. Those words you just spoke. It's a funny way of saying
what
it.
I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from
He definitely would.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
I don't know, maybe that's
What
helpful.
you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier.
A game theory!
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Oh.
Exactly what I said.
When exactly did
I'm
Byakuya
not the
take
killer.
Kyoko's room key? I think it was immediately the next morning. It was that next morning after Sakura's trial. Kyoko, and so that was when we unlocked the 5th floor. I mean, there's just no way Kyoko could have put the key back. That just doesn't make any sense because she didn't have a room key.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
He had the key.
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo lock and then left the locker key in my own room.
Stupid white noise.
But
Could I really
Shit.
have done that?
Okay, the second to last one.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly
She
what I
clearly
thought.
crawled through the keyhole. Oh, I'm so glad I have you in the stream, Melons, because I have all these stupid ideas that like follow the laws of physics and logic and stuff. But you're out here like you really helped me get through this game. Shit. Or what does that have to do with what I said? Or do you just not know what you're doing?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the...
and then left the locker key in my own room.
Shit.
Correct.
But like, what if it's the other way around? My theories are always the best, most correct ever. This is true. You have never been wrong.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
I don't think it's that sentence.
You should understand that more than
Byakuya, what are you?
He's the one with her key.
Never hide something from me.
So me and Yasuhiro in a best theories competition.
Proof that you
That
aren't
would
the
be
culprit.
intense.
Is that what you're saying?
It's the exact description for the bookmark key. This woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo.
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room.
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said.
I'm not the
Killer.
You should understand that more than
Byakuya, what are you?
Master would never hide something from me.
Just tell us what's going on already, for real. Okay, it's really annoying when I have the right 2 pieces of text and it's just the other way around. Like, come on, I got
If
that.
I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty good point.
I had the key to your room.
And we know that it was
Obviously,
locked because
I
he
had
had
no
to
way of
unlock it in
getting
order
in.
for us to get in.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
Wait, but didn't you say...
Would appear not.
I don't know. This is... I don't know. Kyoko said herself. Monokuma's secret tool grants her access to any room in the school.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
So she could have. No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. This whole like twin thing, I like half joked about earlier. It's not entirely impossible because she's the killer, or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. But also, Monokuma was pretty clear that this trial is for Mukuro Ikusaba's murder, so probably not. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But, yeah, they probably don't like how much she's been snooping around. What if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro? And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We all know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Don't like this angst. I feel exactly the same. I don't like it, but I do love it. Run away. Makoto and Kyoko are important to me. They are. I have a great idea. 60-second bathroom break. I've been drinking a lot of water because of my voice, so I'll be right back. I'm leaving myself in suspense too. I don't like it either. My head slop. Hell yeah. I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. I'm sorry, Makoto, but I think I'm going to do it. The truth isn't going to come out unless we, you know, say it. We need... Everything will come to light eventually. We need to figure out who murdered Mukuro Ikusaba.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
I'm surprised my choice actually mattered. Or maybe it would have forced me to do that anyway. I don't like your gulping.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you.
Fair
So
point.
let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko was definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Kyoko's account is almost certainly the right evidence here.
I didn't have
This
to
music
clear
is
my
slightly
room
different than usual.
because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
I'm pretty sure this is what's right.
When we searched Kyoko's room,
You were not there. Don't say we.
how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me.
This
must
choice
have put it
does
there.
matter.
That's the only explanation.
Dude, I was just thinking the last time we got a choice, I forget exactly what it was. It was like whether or not to... It was something else with Kyoko. And it was like a really big deal.
I didn't have
And it
to
didn't
clear
matter,
my
so I kind of
room
just assumed that this one wouldn't either.
because I'd given it to Byakuya.
I still made the choice that I wanted to make, though.
There's no doubt
I'm
about
glad that it matters.
right?
That makes it a lot more exciting.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten
Just do it
into my
freaking
room.
white noise.
When we searched
Oh, I
Kyoko's
hit that.
room, how else could the key...
Okay, it's the
Someone
fifth
other
one.
than me must have put it there. That's the
So I always try to beat the white noise by being
I didn't
fast
have
enough,
to
but that's a
because
bad
I've given
idea.
it. There's no doubt you are correct. So I couldn't pop.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I just kind of zoomed past it.
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only. I didn't have to because I'd given it. There's no doubt you are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
I tried. That time I was too
When we
fast.
searched, how else could the someone other than me must have put it there.
I'm sorry,
That's the
Kyoko.
I
Ugh,
didn't have to because
This
I'd
might not
given
be a
it.
good
There's
idea.
no doubt about that, right?
I think it's the only choice in the entire series that actually does matter, so it does catch you off guard.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into
Okay.
the room.
I'm sorry, Kyoko. We're revealing a big thing about her right now. Like, Monokuma's gonna hear it. He's gonna be like, what? You have that?
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
I'm sorry, Kyoko. Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
That's a big thing we just exposed.
Then I guess that's it.
Does she hate us
You're
now?
giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to.
I don't know exactly what that means. I hope she doesn't mean she, like, lost us.
That's all this means.
And that it was, like, a bad idea to trust us.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
I don't think she is.
Time
Oh, shit.
up.
Kyoko's still got an aura farm, always.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done.
You have never
all
put a
finished.
timer on us
The
before.
class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
Thank you, Makoto.
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time.
Okay, I definitely feel like I picked the
Everyone,
wrong
please vote
choice.
Using the lever in front of you. But I guess
Monokuma
we already
bad.
know who the blackened is, don't we?
Bad Monokuma. Stop it, Monokuma. I'm guessing it'll be Kyoko. Wait. Was it her? Because it's like doing the celebrating thing. We got it right! Wait, what? The trial's over? What? I was right. Okay, no. I should have done... No. The truth is good. Truth is good. I'm a simple man. Truth good. Good job. You got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko,
Now then,
I prepared
a
an
very
extra special punishment this
punishment.
time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it
Everything we've got.
It's punishment time.
Already? Shouldn't you be like giving her lore and stuff right now? That's what usually happens at this point. Damn, my choice mattered. Maybe Monokuma was somehow mistaken about who really did it. We didn't even put all the pieces together in like the manga though. Kyoko! They can't do this to my goat. They can't, but they are. Uh-oh. This is mildly stressful. Even for Kyoko. Is she gonna like try and escape it? Kyoko, I'm sorry. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. In fact, the execution is actually like a meme gif that people send a lot, even non-Danganronpa fans. I was so scared of you accidentally seeing it. I am very lucky that I didn't. I just stopped thinking about it. This was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Damn. We just like settled down. What happened to Toko? Wait, what happened to Toko? Why is Toko dead? What? So, damn. Okay. Okay. I'm laughing, but this is like kind of fucked up. I guess something happened to Toko, and you're the only woman left, Hina, and I'm sorry, but you know, humans, we you know, we didn't just want our lineages to die here, I guess, which I guess is fair. I still don't like that though. I don't like that none of the kids look like her. Byaku's smiling, holding her death forger. I know. I don't like seeing it. Controller, hello. Why is the screen just frozen? Not now. This is like a really big moment. Okay, there we go. And now my face is broken. Poor Aoi. Yeah, that does bother me. Like, I get that, you know, they want to... I feel like having kids in this situation is wrong, though. That feels wrong to me. Like, forcing them to live this life in here. That just feels wrong. I feel like it's wrong in the first place. But if they're going to, could at least one of them look like Hina? I don't like the implications. I don't like that. Why is Toko dead? Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Fun fact, one of his free times, Yasuhiro says to Makoto, the mother of our future children will be the same. Oh my god, he's right 30% of the time. That's crazy. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Well, I'm guessing I don't. Yeah, so that's a bad ending. Cool. Just got the bad ending. I'm sorry, Kyoko. I did not mean to skip what you said. You know, I knew it was going to be the bad ending. I just did that for completion's sake, so I could see what happened and get the full Danganronpa experience. That's all that was. I'm glad you got to see it, though. It's fun you actually discovered it. Yes, I do very much agree with that. That was fun. Even if I feel bad for betraying Kyoko like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kyoko. I was simply wrong. What was the last thing she said? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Okay, buddy, whatever you like to tell yourself, it's just the truth. Am I wrong? She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether... Okay, so I'm gonna let it go, obviously. Accidentally misclicking right there would be awful. Now, to be fair, judging by the logic I used in Ace Attorney, I'd probably make the same choice if I played it blind. Yay, I'm not alone. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. To be clear, I never thought that she killed someone. Hi! We just got the bad ending, but it's okay because time reset. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Let it go, as our great Elsa once said.
I see. So you still refuse to accept this.
So true, so true.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
Byakuya had her room key.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you.
But
guys
why
the
did
entire
Toko...
time.
Why was Toko dead? There's just... I kind of expected an explanation for that. But she's just dead. And she just was. I feel like... I mean, it said there were no more murders. It's not like anyone could have murdered her. I don't know, I feel like there's no reason to do that.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
The key could have already been put there.
Someone had
but...
to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
That's true. Could have been either of us.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial.
Mm-hmm.
You all see it, don't you?
There's a lot of things off with it, I'm gonna be real.
Mukuro,
Oh?
who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Okay, so time's still up.
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
I thought that was just kind of gonna be a convenient plot thing. I thought there was just gonna be a convenient plot thing for, like, the trial, like, not continuing in the bad ending, and that this wasn't gonna happen in the good one, in, like, the main route. Monokuma clearly doesn't want us to find out something we would have gained from continuing to talk.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's
Monokuma.
time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
There's so much about this trial we don't know yet. It's just over? I'm thinking the mastermind wanted Kyoko gone. She knew too much.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't know how we come to a conclusion other than Kyoko here. Or me? It's me! And it still says guilty? Guys, I didn't do it. What? You think I'm the killer? Imagine Makoto just dies and we play as Kyoko for the rest of the game. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Byakuya's pissed. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job? Don't you remember killing Mukuro? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, I'm really sick last night, you know?
Yep.
Yep, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other Clash trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko,
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Game over. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment? Okay, this music is fire. Oh, it's the same thing as Kyoko. Dang. Can't believe Makoto has done this. You know what? Neither can I, oddly enough. Oddly enough, I also can't believe it. And here I thought Monokuma was a rule follower. We can't both have been guilty. Actually, run away was the right choice. I am now curious what that would have done. Probably nothing. Can't even get his own execution for real. Where's the main character? Main characters don't usually die unless it's the very, very, very end of the show. Kyoko's low-key just thrown us under the bus so that she could uncover the mystery and save everyone and stuff, which I guess is fair. Chihiro? Alter Ego? My goat? My goat! My goat! My goat! My favorite character? The best character? Even after dying twice. He has died twice and he is still saving our ass. Twice! I genuinely thought we were going to play the rest of the game as Kyoko there. I fully thought that was happening. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Alter Ego or goat? I guess he was just like, nah, I don't like you, Kyoko. I'm not saving you in that timeline. Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. And you didn't even notice. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. That stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better punishment. Still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. Kyoko's actions in the trial getting Makoto possibly killed isn't good, but I think it's interesting to see that side of her. I love Kyoko. Shout out Kyoyo. Hell yeah. Obviously, I don't know her full motives just yet, but this is very interesting. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Absolutely. See, gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
say? What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Let me just keep vague posting. Very soon indeed. I'm sorry, this music should not be playing right now. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. The government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. Okay. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. I feel like I'm playing like Doki Doki Literature Club or something, when it just restarts from the beginning of the game except Sayori's gone. That... What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. Wouldn't it be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? Wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? It's a really good question, Makoto. Good. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Time unknown. A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Excuse me. What an awful smell. It was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must have been some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of strength he had to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First step was to start looking for a way out of there. They threw my boy in the trash. They really did. Well, there's obviously the door. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket and a tank? I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Chihiro stopped being relevant after Death Challenge. Failed immediately. He's too goated. Is that an airplane? How does something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Me when I'm in a Haunting the Narrative competition, Chihiro shows up. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. Well, if I'm not going to be getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Fair enough. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-round bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive! As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up! After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. Fair enough. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. And then, Signery from Deltarune fell out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells...
With the cup ramen on her head. This place smells awful. Kyoko? You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. Hi, Kyoko! First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Kyoko, I think you've got something in your hair. You don't say. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew. Kyoko the goat, 100%. She's just shown up in the freaking trash pit.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's not exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, I'm not trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why?
True.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to
other
survive
words.
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. Eliminate the talented humans on the island. No, sorry. Wrong series. Made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
Indeed.
At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At the time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. Hello, we're in the garbage pit after the unexpected ending to that trial. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. If what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
What? Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because you're so insignificant and unimposing that you couldn't possibly be the mastermind. I think I am pretty much right with what I said. I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah, this was during his, like, when he was sick. I kind of forgot about this, and I still don't know what it means. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
You okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others. I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. That makes sense? I thought it might have been something like that, or because I think I've thrown around ultimate mortician before because she's so used to dead bodies. She wears the gloves. Ultimate detective makes sense. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th high school student lying hidden somewhere in this school, maybe. I had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yes, Kyoko ultimate reveal! Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. I thought she was ultimate dancer. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. Ultimate not telling us the answer and making Makoto figure out. I think that's her true ultimate. She's still hiding it from us. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the door using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any camera or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw it go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead. Oh, okay, yeah, me too. I always hear the god of death. Yeah! I don't think that line was really weird at all. That's pretty relatable.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all of this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere,
Correct.
right? You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out their identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. I don't think we ever get to see Mukuro's face. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
Let's see.
A despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100 Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. The end. I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's me, I'm the ultimate despair, of course. Students alive is still 6. Well, it was 7, but then Mukuro... That's definitely not what I expected Mukuro's role in the story to be. To show up, kind of, and then die. Oh, this was a very lore-intensive chapter. Ugh, you know I can't just stop it there. You know I can't. The ultimate despair. The group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I want to keep going, but also I want to stop. I'm conflicted. Kyoko just a little bit more. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school,
That's right.
That's right. And we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko.
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... click! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. And that sounds like a good place to end today's stream. We still have the same 6 students alive as before, but Mukuro Ikusaba was prowling around and then just died. And then just died. They were killed by... somehow with the mastermind's involvement. They seem desperate. They're willing to pretty much break the rules. Sounds like a fun chapter, truly. They're willing at this point to pretty much break the rules because Kyoko being alive was just too dangerous. They set her up, tried to kill Makoto, used Mukuro Ikusaba. They are a group of people who caused the tragedy. I miss Kyutaka Ishimaru. Rest in peace, Goat. The true mastermind is the group of people who caused the tragedy. Most terrible, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Kyoko's finally remembered that she's the ultimate detective. Remember when we thought Sayaka was gonna be a major character? She's just... oh, she was so long ago. I thought I heard my phone ringing for a second. It was just some sort of sound from outside, though. It was not my phone. Sakura! I miss her. We also saw an alternate timeline today, where, Kyoko died. Who really killed Mukuro Ikusaba? We frankly still do not know, because clearly the mastermind was willing to blame anyone for it, as long as we came to a conclusion. But, like, you'd think he would have wanted to get Kyoko out of the picture. I thought that was the whole point. She's the most major, actually. I mean, she's more important than Junko was. I'll give her that much. Rip Junko, you were really cool for, like, half an episode. Ultimate fashionista. Oh my gosh, we're really getting deep into the lore. There is no more, like, consistent sense of, like, there are no more normal class trials. There's only 2 chapters left. And hopefully we can get as many of these 6 people out of here alive as possible. But if we unfortunately have to sacrifice someone to get out, that would be awful. I'm still hung up on that. The fact that in the bad ending, Toko is just dead. We don't know why, but she's just dead. It's okay, Junko, I miss you. So do I. Rip Junko. Why? Like, what was the developer's thought process there? Did they, like... I'm still not convinced it wasn't Byakuya. They just kind of found peace in the school, which sounds really sad and miserable, honestly. I mean, it's technically peaceful, yeah, but that's about it. In the words of Eep from the Croods, that isn't living, that's just not dying. Poor Junko, indeed. Alright, well, I suppose that is going to wrap it up for today's stream. This was a very, very entertaining class trial with a lot of lore and a lot of unanswered questions. Do we still have our truth bullets? We do not, except Monokuma File 5 for some reason. I don't know, maybe that's always the case. that we just hold on to the Monokuma file. Junko deserved better. She did. She really did. Probably doesn't mean anything, but it is interesting that we still have that Monokuma file. I am very excited for next stream. It will be sometime next week. Honestly, I'm not deciding this for sure yet, but probably Monday, to be honest, because it can't be Tuesday through Friday. I got stuff on all of those days. So yeah, it'll probably be Monday, if not then Saturday, but I'll decide that for sure. Ask about it. But yeah, that's been today's episode of Danganronpa. I don't really want to end. I want to know what happens, but soon, potentially in just 3 days. We most likely only have 4 or 5 streams left, because most of the time, except for like, I think literally the first chapter, maybe the first 2, every trial has been 2 episodes. Every chapter has been 2 episodes. At this point, things are hard to predict. They're not standardized like they used to be. Who knows what will happen in this chapter or what we will discover. For now, gamers, this has been Flamin' Gamin' 7 with Danganronpa Trigger Happy Happic, episode 12. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications for the next episode. And I didn't finish doing my outro yet, Finger. Why did you click the button? I wasn't ready. I don't trust that. We're using the left hand. Left is always right. For now, gamers, this has been Flamin' Gamin' 7. Now I have to like reach across my mic in like this really weird way. It's like I don't like it, but it's because I'll use a different finger. Maybe I can trust my thumb to do it. There we go. I'm a gamer. I trust my thumbs with my life. For the 3rd time. For now, gamers, this has been Flamin' Gamin' 7 with Danganronpa episode 12. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, kids, eat your... I literally did just hit the button on accident, but I didn't hit it down hard enough for it to switch. I just can't trust that whole hand. We're doing it with this hand. Make sure to like, subscribe, and remember, kids, eat your green vegetables!